They say if you stare into the abyss long enough, it stares back, except in my case, the abyss had a Spotify account. My name's Riley, and for the past few months, I've been glued to a podcast called Bale Unraveled. Each episode is a deep dive into unsolved mysteries, missing people, strange phone calls, and unexplained phenomena. I'd listen during my commute, at work, even as I drifted off to sleep. But last Friday, as a storm rattled my window, the host's voice took on a strange edge. He teased a new case, the vanishing of the unknown listener, and something cold slid down my spine. I kept listening, unable to stop. Act 2 began innocently enough. The host described a person, someone who lived alone, obsessed with stories, recently moved to a city where no one really knew them. The details were eerily familiar, the sound of rain against their apartment window, the exact color of their front door, even the chipped mug they favored every morning. I laughed at first, chalking it up to coincidence or maybe a clever ploy to unnerve listeners. But then he mentioned my favorite band, my grocery store, and the neighbor I exchanged awkward glances with just hours before. My phone buzzed with a notification, new episode, The Unknown Listener, live. My blood turned to ice. My heart pounded as I fumbled to lock my doors, the podcast still playing in the background. The host's voice was smoother now, more intimate. If you're listening, you know this is about you. They're watching you through your window right now. Don't turn around. I froze. The urge to look behind me was overwhelming, but fear rooted me in place. I heard footsteps on the carpet, a slow, deliberate crunching that didn't belong to me. The host's voice whispered, "They're closer now. You have 30 seconds to hide." I bolted to the bathroom, clutching my phone, the podcast still streaming. The minutes stretched into an eternity as I crouched, breathing shallowly. Suddenly, a new notification lit up my screen, episode complete, the disappearance of Riley. My hands shook as the podcast ended with a final, chilling line, "Thank you for listening. We'll be back next week, with another unsolved case." Now, I'm not sure anyone will ever find me. But if you're hearing this, maybe you're next.